Good afternoon everyone, this is Kosala, also known as Marventus, and welcome back to Marv TV. Today we are back in the world of Warcraft. Haven't done a WoW video in ages simply because I haven't been playing World of Warcraft for a good 6-7 months now. Decided to get back into it sporadically, but only because it'd be nice to do some really early stage noob videos while also leveling a horde character, which I've never done before in my life. And there's constantly a bunch of new people coming into World of Warcraft all the time. So I thought some really early stage newbie videos would be the way to go. So here we are, the absolute beginning, about to pick a class. Now keeping in mind that when picking a class or a race, you really should pick something you like, because you're going to stick with your characters for quite a while. So on the left hand side we've got Alliance, on the right hand side we've got Horde. I am actually going to play Horde character because, wait for it, yes, after 4 years of playing World of Warcraft I have never ever leveled a Horde character. That's just the way it is, so that's what we're going to do now. But let's run down what we have here on the humans. Humans are great. They get an increased spirit and they get increased reputation gains, and because there is a lot of items to be bought from reputation gaining, it is a very, very big advantage to be human in that respect. Dwarves, outstandingly fun to play. Good with guns and have enhanced critical on the guns. Elves, enhanced critical on bows. Is that right? Let me just see. Whoa, no, that's completely wrong. Difficult to hit, may fade into shadows. A whist form while dead, so you can run faster when you're dead. Not particularly useful, but hey. Resistance to nature damage, faster movement while stealth. Very good for rogues. Gnomes, it's good to be a gnome. That's it, there it is. Increased mana pool, resistance to arcane damage, engineering skill increased, and so on and so forth. Draenei, our blue space cows. Yes, that's what they are. They're blue space cows. That doesn't make them any less special than anything else. Quite a good sort of overall race to play. Have fairly large amount of classes available to them. We have the Worgen, the new race that came from the Cataclysm advancement. You get to play a werewolf. Nothing wrong with that. But let's take a look at the Horde side as well. We've got ourselves the trustworthy Orcs. The Orcs, the staple of the Horde side. Fairly good class selection there as well. Undead, good if you're playing a caster of any kind. Also a fairly good selection down there. The Taurens. Taurens, bulls. Bulls is what they are. But again, quite a nice breadth of classes, including the Paladin now, which is always very nice. Trolls, excellent class selection choice. The only thing missing for you is the Paladin, really. Blood Elves, the pretty end of the Horde groupings. Yes, very pretty indeed. And we've only got two classes that they can't be. They're not allowed to be Druids, not allowed to be Shamans. We'll go through the classes in just a second. And then we have the Goblins. The Goblins, the new sort of, I don't know what to call this. Well, they're basically just green, really, aren't they? That's what they are. But here we are, class choice. Now, picking your class is really extremely important. Extremely important because A, you'll be stuck with it, right? And B, you want to pick a class that you're going to enjoy playing. So think about what kind of person you are, what kind of gaming you enjoy. Now, if you are a heavy damage dealing kind of individual and you enjoy that sort of option, the Rogue might be for you. The Hunter and the Rogue, we have them right here. The Hunter is a ranged class, whereas the Rogue is a melee class. Gets up close and personal, can do thieving skills, walk in shadows, gets all kinds of interesting abilities, why not? Hunters deal massive amounts of damage from a range, get a little pet, and you can get new pets as time goes by. A very fun class to play, very diverse, all kinds of things possible. Now, there are also the caster classes. There is a combat version of the Priest, although she's primarily healing. There is a talent spec for the combat Priest. I'll tell you all about talents later on in the show, or in a show. And then we've got the Mage, who's a traditional long-range, high-damage class, and then we've got the Warlock, who's more of a curses and oh, I curse you kind of class, where it's death over time rather than instantly. So quite a bunch of choices. Now, if you are not into dealing damage but prefer to take damage, take leadership and lead parties through and your friends through dungeons and raids and whatnot, the Warrior class might very well be for you. This can be either a damage dealing class, depending on the spec, or a tanking class, and they do make outstanding tanks, as indeed do Paladins once properly spec'd and geared. But Warriors are your staple tanking class, and if you are a party leader style individual, this might very well be the choice for you. You have even more damage dealing classes in the Death Knight, who's a special class, starts at level 60. So if you want to cheat and run through directly through the game. I don't know, can you cheat? I think you might actually need to have a level 60 already in your group, because I already do, of course, which is why I have access to it. So you may not have access to it immediately. I'm not totally sure about that. It certainly was that way when the Death Knight first came out. Special class has all kinds of crazy abilities, far too complex to go into right now, but again, mostly a melee and spell short-range damage class. We have the Shaman. The Shaman is an intriguing class. It is a jack of all trades. It can be a healer, it can be a damage dealer. It's primarily spell-based, but also has a very heavy melee talent tree as well. Again, primarily a damage dealing class, but also a really good healing class. As is the Priest, who is of course the staple healing class of the of World of Warcraft. And then addition to that, let's go check out this. We have the Paladin. The Paladin is a hybrid class that can be a decent damage dealer, a good tank, and a good healer, but never great at any of them. My level 85 is actually a Paladin. It is my favorite class. I love to play the Paladin. It's an amazing class to play. I highly recommend it if you are into having quite a varied gameplay. And last but not least, the first class I ever leveled to a max level was my Druid. The Druids are an epic class, similar to Paladins. They are a hybrid class that can do both the damage dealing and the tanking, as well as the healing. So very, very diverse class. So, for the purposes of these videos, what will I choose? I've never played Horde, therefore I will choose Horde, and I will choose Goblin, because I've never played any of the new races either, so there you have it, Goblin. Now, I've never ever successfully managed to level a DPS caster class, a damage dealing caster class. Therefore, I am going to choose the mage. I'm going to be a gnome mage. I'm going to be a male gnome mage. My goodness, I'm ugly. Yes, I am not beautiful. No, I'm not. You can randomize your look here in the bottom left, or you can actually pick which stuff you want to be directly here from the sliders. Let's take a look at which face options we have. We have ugly, and then we've got still uglier, and then if possible even uglier, and then perhaps, is it possible? Could it be true? Yes, it's actually somehow even worse. But there you have it. You get a choice between varying degrees of ugly as a goblin, but they have other endearing factors. They do. Therefore I will pick this one. Skin color, what shall I be? I'm a mage. I can be varying shades of green and yellow. Why not? If I could be a blue mage, that may have been quite interesting. That's a little bright, that's a little green. I like this green. There's a nice foresty shade of green right there. Foresty shade, let's try that. Hairstyle, let's get some funky hairstyles going. What can we do in the way of hairstyle? A mohawk. Am I going to be a badass goblin? You can change all of these things in-game, by the way, by visiting a barbershop, so you don't need to worry too much about this at the early stage, but you might as well take the time to be whatever it is you want to be. I did enjoy the whole mohawk thing, but I think I'll go with the beard, because the beard looks kind of cool. Holy scoodles, what is this? This is... Never mind the beard, I'm gonna go with this. This just looks extremely cool. I got white hair, I got green skin, and I'm looking a little badass there. Okay. Ears. I get to choose between varying degrees of ears. Let's see what we do here. Whoa, that looks like I'm like something from hell. I think no, a bird, a bat, a donkey. Whoa, even bigger bat. Curious. Rings. Why not? Why not? I say we are ready. We are ready. Let's type in a name. What shall we call ourselves? We'll call ourselves Marv the Great. Marvolo, yes, that's what we're going to be. Marvolo the Mage. Let us accept it and let us begin. And we are now on the realm of Mazrigos, which I took before. That is a recommended realm for new players in the European servers. I shall enter the world. I will enter it, I say. I wonder if the music is a little loud. I'll see if I can diminish the music once I get started. It's loading. It's loading. Could it be loading? It's doing even more loading. It's thinking. Is it going to load today? I think it might. It's heading in the right direction. Notice that after 20 years of computer games, we still have not managed to abolish the loading screen. There we have it. Aha! The gnome intro.
The wily, cunning goblins of Kazan have lived in relative peace for generations. Though some of their race sided with the marauding orcs during the Second War, most goblins have remained neutral throughout the various conflicts between the Alliance and Horde. Ruled over by corrupt yet highly affluent trade princes, the goblins created a virtual paradise for themselves throughout the islands of the South Seas. Their ingenious feats of engineering and vast trade fleets helped make their island capital of Kazan one of the great technological wonders of the world. But now, as the elements themselves rise up in anger across the world, the goblins' mechanical paradise will be put to the test. For very soon, fate will force them to choose sides in a conflict that will shape the very history of the world.
The very history of the world. Marvolo has arrived. Has indeed arrived. Now this is the starting location. Let's pop into the music side of things and see what we can do. Sound, master volume. Let's bring that down. There we go to about 20%. That's excellent. Now then, we have arrived. This is the game interface. You've got the default setup over here. We've got the toolbars here at the bottom. We've got the chat on the left. We have your character screen, and if you click on it, your target on the right. And you have the minimap and the sorting buttons right over there. We seem to have mail. That's always wonderful. The calendar over here. We'll get into these things in little tidbits. The important thing to do right now, firstly, is concentrate on your toolbar right here, where you've got some interesting stuff going on. There's also several toolbars to choose between that you can put icons on, but you don't need to worry about that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this window, and I'm going to just move this a little bit higher, and I'm going to expand that chat down a little bit more so we can see more of it. There we go. So here is your main character, and you can rotate your camera with holding down the left mouse button, rotate camera. There we go. Let's also get into options and switch the tutorials on, so you can see what the tutorials look like early on in Indeed if I have them switched off. Curious. Can I turn them on? Graphics, advanced, network, languages, sound. Curious. Well, you don't need tutorials because, let's face it, you've got me. There you have it. Right, so left mouse button to turn around. And you walk with the W and S keys front and back, and you can also rotate with A and D. So W and S to go front and back, A and D to turn around, and then spacebar to jump. Whoa, I've got keyboard lock. There we go. You can also move forward by holding down both mouse buttons, and it'll just keep running in the direction you're going. Like so. And there we have it. Now what we have here is a quest giver. Right here in front of us, I'm running around like a loon, let me just park myself in front of it, there we go. Right here is a quest giver. We know that because there is a big yellow icon above her head. That means she's got stuff for us to do. Let us talk to her then.
Big shot, huh?
Hey there, she says. We all think you are going to be finally able to replace that stinky old Gallywix and take the title of Trade Prince. A Trade Prince? Yes, I would like to be that. I will pick up that quest. Except, I say. Now, you can see that the moment you've picked up a quest, there on the right hand side, you've got your quests will start lining up, and if you mouse over it and click on it, you go to your quest view, which is basically the map view. It tells you the quest that you've clicked on, you've selected. It tells you exactly where you need to go to deal with it. The question mark is your destination, and then all you need to do is head over there. Now, before we do that, I'm just going to take a little peek around here and see what we've got. This looks like a nice little picnic table thing going here. Picnic table. Fascinating. And what kind of spells do we have here? We've got Rocket Jump, we've got Rocket Barrage, and we've got our very first mage spell, Fireball. So these two on the right hand side are actually specific to the Goblin, or whereas that Fireball spell is specific to the Mage. And over here you can see all the little tidbits that you can access. You've got your dungeon journal, you've got your raid view, which you don't need. You have the game menu, and you've got your character information, which is the important stuff. What you are wearing currently, not a whole lot at all. And then you have your spellbook and abilities, which tells you what all of your abilities are. See, as a goblin, we have got a passive increase to our chemistry, therefore our alchemy skill is improved. Therefore alchemy is a good profession for goblins, but we will discuss professions later on. We also have a good deal here in the way that whenever we buy items, we get the best possible price for it regardless of faction. This is pretty important because generally you only get good price off vendors if you have good standing with that faction, whereas goblins get the best price all the time. Nothing wrong with that. We saw the rocket jump and the rocket barrage, which we will try out in a moment. That is your shoot and auto attack, and time is money. Cash in on a 1% increase to attack. I see. So you actually get a 1% increase to attack and casting speed because you're a goblin. That's excellent. I'm certainly glad I picked a mage goblin in that case. And here you've got your spells, and we currently only have the fireball spell. Do we have anything else? We've got absolutely nothing else. So we're starting out nice and light. Let's see what this is. Rocket jump. I'm going to push it. Whoa! Nice. Nice. A rocket jump. So I used the rocket jump spell. Now you see that once I've used the spell, it is now grayed out. That is because it's going through something called a cooldown. And almost all spells, except for those marked instant, have got some form of cooldown. And if you mouse over it, it tells you exactly how much cooldown it is. And on this, oh, the rocket barrage and the rocket jump share a cooldown. So if you use one, both go on cooldown. That happens to some skills as well. So there you have it. We've learned something new already. What is this? We've got ourselves a bit of a mailbox situation happening here. That is a mailbox. You can see the mail icon over there. Let's right click it and find out what we've got. I've got 2 items here, and the reason I've got these 2 items is because I got them through my previous character, my level 85 character, having completed some quests, and these are account bound items. So whenever I create a character of any kind, I get these pets. There it is. I got my very first achievement. Now if you are new to World of Warcraft, you will not have these. I just have them because they're bound to my account, and every single time I create a new character on this account, I get those items sent to me. So there you have it. Now then, we are looking for our first quest, and here in the minimap you can see directly where you're supposed to be headed, and there it is, the mage trainer. Or is it? No, it is not. I saw a mage trainer there as well. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Oh, it is. But let us talk to Foreman Dampwick. Whoa, Mr. Dampwick blew himself up. Let's click on him. Taking care of business, handing over the box. We are about to complete our very first quest, and there is my reward, 10 copper. And he's got 2 additional quests that we can pick up and finish off later on. Lovely. So there we go, 2 quests picked up, and now there is stuff to do. So if you go back to your map, it tells you exactly where your quests are. Quest number 1 is over here, Trouble in the Mines. Quest number 2 is over there. So quest number 1, let's see what it is. We have to slay 6 tunneling worms. Very good. Let us slay worms. I'm all about the slaying. That's what mages do. Right, we point, we click, and we slay. Woohoo! Jump, jump. Whoa, hang on. Rocket barrage has now freed up. Let's see what this is. I click on it. Oh, I need a target. Very well. Let's go find a target then. Got some people mining away over here. Am I headed in the right direction? I am indeed. Let us keep heading towards the worms. And here is a mine. Could the worms be in the mine? I would be willing to bet that they are. Let's go poke around and see. What do we have here? We have ourselves a tunneling worm. Let's barrage it. Whoa! Now clicking on the keyboard icon over here casts the spell, or you can even just click the number 1 button, which is the shortcut key for that particular spell. So here we go, we're killing tunneling worms with our mighty fireball spell. There we go. Right, whoa, whoa, got stuck there, little screen freeze. There we have it. And we got another little item that we don't need. So your quest progress is tracked over here. So Trouble in the Mines, 2 out of 6 tunneling worms. We got a few more to kill. Let's see how we do. I'm going to fireball the hell out of some of these guys too. Oops, that one missed. So occasionally the spells do get resisted. And we just need another 3 more and we are done. The range on the fireball is really quite nice. Generally they're dead long before they get to us, which is always very good. Nice thing when you're a mage, you don't want stuff to get close to you. You want to be able to stand in the distance and pummel away. So here we are pummeling again. 1 more and this quest has been dealt with. Come to Papa, Wormy. Come, Wormy, come and die. Ooh, he's dead. There we have it. It is now done. Now let's see where that second quest of ours is. The quest here. 0 to 8 attitudes adjusted. Adjust the attitudes of 8 defiant trolls. Very well. Defiant trolls. Where do we see those? The tunneling worm. We'll have to head on out. Defiant troll. I shall right click. Ooh, attitude adjusted on that troll. Excellent. Excellent. Now, do we have any more trolls hanging around here? I don't see them. Very well, let's try to find the exit, which I believe is in this direction, but I could be completely wrong because my skills when it comes to local geography is really non-existent. Had it not been for the iPhone, I would be lost in London every day. That's just the way it is. But I have found my way out of this. Aha! Another defiant troll. I say we right-click on him. That's excellent. And this one's red. He's defiant too. Let's give him a little bit of a thing as well. Whoa, what's this? Is he defiant? He's defiant. Let's click on him too. Notice I'm actually not using my fireball here. I'm just right-clicking the object because that's what this quest requires. Any more defiant trolls? I think these red ones look like they might very well be defiant. Let's click on this one too. Poke him in the chest. See what happens. There we go. Just two more. Any more? Yes. Here we go. And we just need one more defiant troll, and we have dealt with this situation. Let's boost our way forward. I did not boost very well that time because I boosted myself uphill, which is hardly a bright thing to do. Hardly. Maybe if we poke this one in the ass. There we go. Daha! Done, I say. Now we must go hand in the quest, because you don't instantly get your rewards for your quest. You've got to hand them in. In other words, you need to tell someone that you've actually done your quest. So here we go, and there we once again have the question mark that tells us we've got stuff to hand in. And there we go. Click. Trouble in the mines. KTC executive slippers. Yes. I will click on that. Ooh, we leveled. Excellent. So we got our first level as well. Got our first money and our first item. So if you click on B, which is your backpack, which you can access by clicking B. Right, here it is, the item that you just got, and I'm not wearing any boots right now, am I? Oh, I am. I'm wearing some 9 armor boots, and these are 10 armor boots. If you hold down the shift button, you can see what you're wearing as well, so you can do a quick comparison. Right click, and there it is. You've worn it. Fantastic. And we've just had our very first level as well. So now we can go and talk to our mage trainer and get our very first set of skills. Oh, we have a quest to hand in here as well. Let's hand that in too. And we got a drink and we got some money. Lovely. Now then, where is this mage trainer? Priest trainer? Who is this? Marketing rep. So we're still handing in quests, running back and forward. I'm pretty sure I need to go visit a mage trainer eventually. Marvolo. Do I? I'm gonna hit the L key. I seem to have got a quest to driving this hot rod around. Very nice. So I am now level 2, as you can see here from my icon over here. I am level 2. You can also see that by going into the character page and looking at your level right here. Level 2 mage. Now my FPS is doing slightly weird things. There's the mage trainer dead in front of me. So let us go visit the mage trainer and see if he has anything for us. What just happened to my screen? I think I just went up and down rather oddly. Let's try again. The mage trainer has got a grey exclamation mark. That tells us that there is a quest coming up soon, but is not yet available to us. So if we right click on him, you can see what you can learn. Right now you need to be level 3 before you can learn anything else. Therefore we've got nothing more to do here. All is good. We can go find ourselves a vendor like this guy right here, and then sell some stuff we don't need, like our old boots, which we don't need, and some general grey items that we picked up. The grey items are not used for anything. You can sell them for without thinking twice about it. And we have the town portal. I was going to say town portal. It's not a town portal. That's Diablo. It's a hearthstone. The hearthstone takes you back to wherever you stored your hearthstone last, and it's stored currently in this location where we started. So let's see what happens if I were to say hit the hearthstone. I'm going to click it. and here I am hurtling away, and then I will simply reappear in the inn. It's just a fast way to travel, and it has a 1 hour cooldown. Here we go, pop, and we are right back in the inn where we started, as you can see. There we go. Here's the first character we got a quest from, and that is the Hearthstone, everyone. So on that note, I will stop this very first noob video, and we will continue this series as Marvolo levels in the world of Warcraft. Thank you for watching, and if you like it, remember to thumbs up and comment and like, because that is how this channel survives. We are an ad-free YouTube channel, so the more liking, commenting, and general interaction you do, the better. Have yourselves a lovely weekend.